Hi, fourth grade. We are going to read a little bit about systems today, and after I finish this read aloud, we're going to look for some systems within our homes or things we can see out the window, and do some noticing and wondering as well. Okay, so here we go. Make it a little bigger. What makes a wheel a wheel? This is a wheel from a bicycle. You've probably seen a bicycle before, but have you ever really thought about why a wheel is the way it is? It's the structure of a wheel, the way the wheel is shaped and built that makes it a wheel. The wheel is round and has long, thin spokes crossing the middle. The spokes keep the wheel from bending out of shape. Why is the structure of a wheel important? Its structure has to do with its function. So what it does, or what it's used for. The function of the wheel is to roll so that a bicycle can move forward. Okay, so those are two really important words that we're going to be talking about throughout the book. And we're going to use these words a little bit later on too. So you might want to jot them down on a paper or in your notebook. Okay. Bicycle parts. A wheel is just one part of a bicycle. A bicycle is made of lots of parts. One bike can have more than 100 different parts. Each part of a bike has a function and a structure that helps that part perform its function well. So here's just a few of the parts that they're listing. Pedals, brakes, frame, wheel, back wheel. Okay, and here it has a table, and we're going to use something very similar to this kind of table today in our assignment, where it lists the parts here, the structures, and the functions of each part. So if the structure is the seat, the function is to hold the person up who's riding the bike. Bicycle is a system. Of course, bike parts don't do much good unless they're all put together to make a bicycle. You can't ride just a wheel. A bicycle with all its parts is connected is a system. A system is a group of parts that work together. When the pedals of a bicycle move, they turn the gear. When the gear turns, it moves the chain. The moving chain makes the back wheel turn and pushes the bicycle forward. The handlebars are connected to the frame. The handlebars, the frame, the front wheel, they all work together for steering. All parts of the bicycle have to work together for the bike to work. So this is the whole system. All the parts that come together form a system. Okay. Here's another system. A home is a system. People even live in systems. Any house or apartment is a system. It has parts such as a roof, walls, doors, windows, floors, sinks, and toilets. All these parts have different functions. The roof keeps the rain and snow from coming in. The windows let in light but keep cold air out. The sink brings in water for drinking and washing, and all of these parts work together to make a place that is comfortable and safe for people to live in. A A system can be made of smaller systems. For example, one part of a bicycle is a wheel. The wheel is part of the bicycle, but it's also a system in itself. The wheel is a system because it's made of parts of a tire, a thin inner tube filled with air inside the tire, a round rim, spokes, and more. These parts have function and work together as well. So here's just a mini system inside the bike system. The system of a home is also made of smaller systems. For example, houses have systems for water, heating, and electrical energy. Each system is made up of many parts that all work together. So here it's just showing a diagram of the heating, electrical, and plumbing systems that move around the house and work to help those parts function. So here's the home plumbing system. One important system in a home is the plumbing or water system. The plumbing system is made of many parts: pipes, drains, faucets, sinks, toilets, showers, and more. These parts work together to bring clean water into the house and take dirty water away. So we have these in the city as well. Home heating system. Homes in cold places have systems for heating in many houses. The heating system includes a furnace that heats up the air as well as tubes called air ducts. The ducts send the hot air out into different parts of the house and bring cold air back to the furnace. There's also a thermostat which measures the temperature of the air in the home. The thermostat turns the furnace on or off when the house gets cold. Parts of the heating system that work together keep the house warm. So here you can kind of see the cold air going in and the warm air going out. And that's the system. Okay. The home electrical system is very similar to use lights, computers, toasters, refrigerators, televisions, and any other electrical devices. People need electrical systems in their homes. A home electrical system has wires, outlets for plugging in devices, switching and turning on and off electricity. It also has a meter for measuring how much electrical energy the household uses, and the circuit breakers that shut off the system before something goes wrong, or if something goes wrong. So, we know a little bit about electricity from this year, and here is a little bit of a different form of electricity because it's current electricity. So it's constantly running through your home in an outlet, unless the circuit breaker turns those things off. This is different from a battery. Okay. So here's a larger system like a town or a city. So this is kind of putting it in a big format. So this is part of a larger system. Just as a system can be made up of smaller systems, a system can be part of a larger system. A house can be part of a town or a city. A town or a city is part of a system that has many parts. Some of the parts are houses, but there are other parts. There are other kinds of buildings. There are also roads, sidewalks, and much more. Can you think of an even bigger system that a city is a part of? Public water system. This is interesting because this has a lot to do with kind of how our city works and how our city gets rid of dirty water. A home plumbing system is part of a larger system, the public water system. The public water system collects water, makes sure the water is clean, sends the water to homes, farms, and businesses. It's made up of parts that work together, such as pipes and pumps. So, this would be getting clean water to homes, but there's also a system for taking away dirty water from homes. And in New York, it all goes to the same water treatment plant. Okay. Electrical energy system. The electrical system in a home is also part of a larger electrical energy system. So in New York, it's Con Edison. The larger system has power plants, wires that go to all different parts of a town or a city, bringing electrical energy into businesses, schools, and homes. We call those wires the electrical grid. System failure. A system can change in some ways and still keep working. For example, there are some ways that a bicycle could be changed. So a seat could be moved higher or lower, the bicycle would still work. Somebody could put in fancy handlebars or wider tires for a dirt bike, and it would still work. But if the system changes in the wrong way or is missing an important part, it causes a system failure. In a system failure, the system stops working. So if a bike lost its pedals, it would not work. A bicycle with bent wheels would not work either. The system failures can cause big problems, and you can imagine the problems that people might have if their plumbing systems failed. This is funny. This is a bike that still works. They made a change in the system. Here's a bike that is no longer going to work because the tires got bent and the system failed. So why do we care about systems? Scientists and engineers think about systems a lot. Why is it useful to think about something like a system? Why think of a bike as a system and not just a bike? Engineers think about systems because it helps them fix systems that are already broken and figure out how to design systems that work better. So if you want to fix a failure in an electrical system, you need to understand the different parts of the system and how they all work together. So we've practiced this in 4th grade, building electrical circuits and thinking about those parts of the circuits, last year in 3rd grade, we thought about how parts of the circuits, if one part was missing, would the system function? Scientists think about systems because it helps them understand the structure and function of each part. Thinking about a system helps scientists understand how the parts work together. Scientists study many kinds of systems, body systems, the solar system, ecosystems, and more. Look around you. What systems do you see? Okay, so this is important for our work today. We're going to look around ourselves, our homes, outside, see what we see, consider some systems that we might write about. Okay, and here is the back. Just review some of the words that we already talked about. The important words here would be function, right? What something does, system, a group of parts that work together, and structure, the way something is shaped or what it's made out of that makes it good for a specific function. Those are the most important words back here. Okay. Good luck with the assignment, and feel free to watch this video a few times if it helps you.